Hey there, Yogi. For this floor-based practice today, all you'll need for a prop, if anything, is a blanket. Now, I like to have a blanket, but if you have a towel or anything where you can sit up on it, just elevate your hips a little higher, will be plenty to support your body and allow you to access this practice. We will begin on the floor, laying on our backs. So when you're ready, let's begin there. So, coming down onto your back, dear yogi, you can walk your feet out wide and leave the soles of your feet on the earth, and then knock your knees together. We're going to get really interested and curious about the feeling of your back on the ground, right? So, to start any practice, but particularly today, you want to feel into the contact of your body on the earth. And so that can look like walking your shoulder blades closer together and then maybe lifting up a bit through the back of the neck so that the back of the head can be lifted and drop back down in a way that is really supportive and gentle for the neck. And so now we have the head resting on the earth, the neck nice and long, shoulder blades touching one another on the back, and then maybe starting to walk the tailbone down and long, knocking knees together and allowing your body to rest gently on the earth. And from here, with your body resting gently and kindly on the earth, you can begin to come into awareness of the feelings and the sensations within your body. It's helpful, again, but not required, to bring your hands onto your body and begin to notice what is occurring in the space, in the physical space of your body. Noticing the rising sensations and feelings of your body today. Becoming present to your breath, the awareness of breath, the space of breath. And maybe bringing your hands onto the parts of the body that are breathing and just feeling the breath as it enters into your body and exits your body. And if you can start to imagine your breath breathing into your ribs. So allowing the ribs to expand with your breath and then contract with your breath. And then from here, maybe bringing one hand onto the belly. And if you can, start to bring your breath into your belly. And again, here we're just noticing the body breathing. Maybe offering a little bit of intention to the breathing by bringing the breath into the low belly. Let's offer one big belly breath. So, really expanding as much as you can, trying to bring the breath down into the belly. And then slowly let the breath go. All right, so, we're going to move into slowly opening up the joints, the extremities, the arms and the legs. And we'll start by bringing the arms along the sides so that you're feeling really supported with your body on the earth. And then slowly reach up one leg. I'm going to start with my right leg, reaching that up to the sky. My left foot is still firmly on the ground, and my whole back, the space of my whole back, is resting on the ground. And so gently and slowly start to rotate the ankle, giving it just a couple of slow turns in one direction, and then a couple of slow turns in the other direction. And just noticing how that might feel in the body. And then if you'd like, and if it's feeling supportive for you, you can try stirring the whole leg. So some bigger circles, the whole leg now stirring around in space. And then doing so in the opposite direction. Again, just 2 to 3 turns in the opposite direction. And then releasing the leg down and pausing to notice the difference between right and left. The subtle awareness takes time to cultivate. So maybe you're feeling a little difference from one side to the other, maybe not. The right side might feel a little warmer, a little more stretched and open. And then when you're ready, planting now the right foot firmly in the earth, we'll reach left leg up to the sky. We'll begin by stirring the ankle around, the foot in the ankle, 2 to 3 times in one direction, and then 2 to 3 times in the opposite direction. And then when you're ready, beginning to stir the whole leg, the whole leg. And just as before, 2 to 3 times in one direction, and then switching the direction of the spin, 2 to 3 times in the opposite direction. And once you're complete, you can bring your foot back down onto the earth. Maybe bring hands onto the body and just pause for a moment to notice. And now we'll extend the right arm up and begin to make circles with the right wrist, the right hand spinning in space, 2 to 3 times in one direction and 2 to 3 times in the other direction. And then the whole arm, right? Stirring that whole arm. Letting the shoulders be resting on the earth so that this is just an easy, gentle movement of the arm in the range of motion that works best for your body. And once you're complete with that, bringing the right hand down, pausing and noticing, maybe extending both arms long, pausing and noticing the difference from right to left. And when you're ready, extending the left arm up and beginning to stir and move the left hand and the left wrist 3 times in one direction and 3 times in the other. And then opening up the whole arm, stirring the whole arm, feeling the space and the appropriate range of motion that works best for your body, switching direction and stirring in the opposite direction. And then releasing back down to the earth, extending arms long and pausing to notice. Let's offer a breath in here and maybe sigh it out. Ah, rolling to the side. Pausing for a moment with your body on the earth. And then slowly let's press out. Slowly, slowly, slowly into a C. So let's prop up the hips here. You can bring your blanket. I have mine folded in an eighth. This is what I call an eighth. And I'll place it right underneath my hips, right underneath my seat, so that my hips are a little higher than my knees. This pose is easy pose, but sometimes it can feel like a lot of pressure on the knees. So elevating the hips offers more space for the spine and the shoulders to feel comfortable and supported. And so from here, we'll just take a moment to land, bringing your finger to your chin, and then slowly ramping the neck back, right? Finding a little bit more length in the back of the neck. And then let's bring shoulders up to ears and exhale, draw them down the back. And very slowly and intentionally, let's offer that 3 more times. Shoulders up and exhale, drawing them down the back very gently, very naturally drawing down the back, right? So we're not forcing anything, just allowing the shoulders to lift up and back in a way that gently supports the whole body, that supports the whole back, and then allows you to just feel a little bit more open and connected as we land here. And then when you're complete, here in your midsection, I want you to try to just kind of squeeze everything together to allow the seat to be comfortable by pressing and engaging, just lightly engaging the core. This offers more support for your body and allows your spine and your head and your neck and your shoulders to be supported and comfortable in your seat. And then, when you're ready, we're going to begin to turn the head from one side to the other. Again, to your range of motion and at a pace that is comfortable and that allows you enough time to have mental notes about how far you can comfortably turn the head without any force whatsoever. And then once you have your head turned to one side, I want you to bring your hand to your cheek and press your head into your hand and then lengthen up through the back of the neck and breathe here. You want to feel a light press, right? Hand into head, head into hand, allowing them to connect and develop this supportive relationship. With one more breath, we'll slowly release and then allow the head to turn to the opposite side and then back again. And notice here if you've offered any more range of motion to your head. And now let's come to the other side. So gaze in the opposite direction, hand to cheek, press cheek into hand, press hand into cheek, and then reach up through the crown of the head, getting just a little bit more length in the neck. It's okay if you don't feel length in the neck. It's just can be almost an idea, right? You can imagine your neck lengthening. Imagine your head getting a little taller. Imagining drawing the shoulders down the back and pausing here to feel. Breathe into it. Last inhale. And then slowly release. And let's check. Turning the head in one direction, turning the head in the other. Notice if you can comfortably move the head, maybe just a little bit farther. And now we're going to do the tiniest head circles, starting with your nose and making circles in the air with your nose. You can close your eyes here and just offer this gentle movement of your head. When you're ready, switch directions. moving in the other direction. And then, as a last movement, again, only if this is supportive for you, we're going to come and drop the chin down towards the chest, keeping the hands on the knees. Shoulders come up. Exhale, draw them back just as we did before. And then just gently rest your head, allowing the head to drop and the chin to drop down towards the chest. If this is comfortable and supportive for you, and if you'd like to add a little bit more, if, you can bring your hands, thread your fingers together, and catch the back of your head, and then gently pressing elbows back, pressing head into hands. Begin to extend and lengthen through the back of your neck, and breathe here. And again, it's a relationship, just as the hand with the cheek, the head and the hands together, lengthening through the neck, offering support and developing a relationship. Last two breaths. And slowly release. And that's it. Thanks for practicing with me today, Yogi. I hope this offered you something to open up the body, to give a little more breath and life in the head and the neck and the shoulders, and the arms and the legs and the hands and the toes. And with that, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Be well.